This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor next to his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on a monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and walked out into the hallway.
Hi, this is Voodoo Fox here, and we are playing Stanley the Parable, the table, the something. Anyways, it's a nifty game I wanted to try out for a while, so without further ado, let's give it a shot.
Stanley decided to go to the staff lounge to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
I wonder what's in 426. I got 427, but no 426. The other one doesn't even have a number. Why is mine's red? It's a pretty red, too. Tents in the door. Can I jump? No. Can only walk, huh? Alright. No, there's another number finally. 425. 4. What's in here? Hey, where's my buddy? That was Bill's office. He was the best trumpet player I knew of. That case kind of looks like a trumpet case. So assume he played the trumpet. Continuing.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, I'll go to my right this time.
This was not the correct way to the employee lounge, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. So he turned left at the first open door and walked back in the right direction.
Alright. Huh. Let's go this way then.
And like that, he was back on track.
It's over here. Oh, no. No mail for you. Thing in the lunch lounge. That's good to eat. 509. Man. Oh, what the hell is that? Oh, that's my breath. My bad. Scared the crap out of myself with my breath.
As Stanley entered the lounge, he was horrified to find not a single person here. He decided he would walk up to see his boss, hoping that he would find an answer there.
It's a good idea. Let's go check.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No. I think not. We're going downstairs.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, of admitting that he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, was it really worth taking that risk? All because he believed everyone had disappeared? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. Everyone I know simply vanishing out of the blue, there's almost no other explanation for it. And a nagging fear began to creep up in his mind. questions that had been there all along. He just hadn't put his finger on them yet. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Was he just walking around in circles? Where am I, he thought. And the more he found himself unable to answer these questions, more questions continued to arise.
Yes,
until he came to the issue that had been slowly boiling until he could ignore it no longer. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Suddenly, every door slammed shut.
No!
Stanley screamed. I need to get out of here.
I
need to know that there's something out there. I need to know it's not just all in my head. And he screamed and clutched at his skull as the voice grew harsher and the music in the background rose higher and higher.
Oh no. Oh no.
And then, moments before collapsing to the ground, Stanley clenched his fists and screamed to anyone who might be listening, I'm not real! I'm not real! Don't believe any of it! None of it's real! And then everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She got dressed, went to work, clocked in, clocked out, and then she walked home. But her walk on this day was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Moments after seeing him, she would turn, run to the nearest police station, and call for an ambulance. But for just a few brief seconds, she merely stood there, unable to move. The tragedy was not the death of a single person. It was that she would never know this man's story, never hear in his own words what had happened to him, or what he believed had happened to him. For to know these things would be to exist inside the head of the man himself. So all she could do was observe from a distance and pity him. But Mariella had places to be and people to meet with, very important people, whose impressions of her would affect her career and indeed the rest of her life. She stood there for only a moment, looking down at the body, and then she ran.
Well, alright, so that one was pretty interesting. I want to give it one more go real quick. One more time. Let's go. I loaded beautifully this time. Alright, let's go. Start this crap. I am just going to ignore everything you say, sir. Nope, not listening. No.
He never functioned well by himself.
I functioned perfectly okay. For who I am, at least. I want to get in that office. Come on, let me in. Man. Alright.
When Stanley came to a set of two
check this out.
doors,
Nope.
This was not the correct way to the employee lounge.
You're right.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. So he turned left at the first open door and walked back in the right direction. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Maybe this is why everyone had left. No one wanted to be around someone as bad at listening as him.
Screw you. If I'd flip you off, I could, but I can't, because I don't have hands.
Stanley decided that he would punish himself. So when he came to the elevator and the doors opened, he stepped inside and pushed the button to go up.
Nope. I gotta do it.
Oh, Stanley. You know, you really aren't going anywhere, and I don't say that deceitfully.
I'm okay with that.
I mean that there isn't a story down here. The story was back up where I told you to go in the first place. Right now, you're just running around looking at empty halls. And frankly, that's perhaps even more infuriating for me. So why don't you throw me a bone, give me a chance, and just let me tell the story I want to tell?
Nope. Not doing it. Screw you.
Now listen carefully. This is important.
Okay.
Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Nope, sure
Stanley
didn't.
walked through the red door.
Nope. Not doing it. I told you once, I'll tell you again.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Ha ha! I saw that. Nope, not doing it.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see?
What?
It's nothing. No one's even built this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. It's just a bunch of skybox and dev wall textures. That's it. Is this what you were looking for?
Yes.
Was it worth ruining the story I'd written out for you?
Yes, it was quite.
I put a lot of time into
This is
that.
a good
And
room.
now well, here you are now, just looking at nothing. To
Yeah,
think that
it's
that's
a
all I
room.
needed to make in the first place, just a whole lot of nothing, and you would have been happy. Well, hey, you still need a little something to do. Am I right? Here, let me load up another map. See if there's something in here that'll keep you occupied. Ah, here's one. Let's boot this up. We'll see if you like it.
Alright, then. Sounds fun. Oh lordy. This is gonna take forever. No. Come on, go faster, you loading thing. Or I'll keep singing horribly. Yeah. This one time when I was in grade school, just, to help pass the time here, we had a computer and my friend started, it wouldn't work properly, it was moving really slow. I don't remember doing, we were studying like stocks or some stupid thing. Anyways, so my friend said, well, maybe if I yell at it, it'll start moving faster as a joke. So he just starts cursing the computer out, right? We're in the middle of class with about 18 students, and all of a sudden, we started smelling something burning. And instantly, the teacher, after trying to figure out what it was and not being able to, the teacher told the student to pull the fire alarm, and he reported, and we all got outside. Well, funny thing was that it was my computer that was on fire. So apparently, I guess computers have feelings in some weird way. It's quite strange, or maybe it was just a faulty computer. Probably was just a faulty computer. Back in the day, they had that whole thing with all those computers that set on fire for a while, huh? Yeah, that was on the news. I guess I was just a stupid kid then that accidentally set my computer on fire by trying to make it do too many things and playing Pong on it or something. Nope. Ooh. Hey, check this out. Where am I? Graffiti! Alright.
Well, Stanley, is this any better?
Yes, it's much
I don't
better.
know why it would be. This map wasn't even made for you. At least I created a world specifically with you in mind. I wanted to make you a leading man. This one, well, I'm afraid you're on your own there.
Oh my god. I can lift things. You're coming with me, suitcase. Let's have an adventure. Me and Mr. Case. Can I take the bottle? No, on the case. Let's go, Mr. Case. Phone. Okay, never mind. Take the phone. It's mine now. Wow, this phone can beat the crap out of people. This way. Cool. Package. Someone's gonna be mad tomorrow. Drink. This world's got so much stuff you can do in it. I'm gonna be a hobo. Now that I'm on my own and free, I'll be a hobo. Drink some booze and sit in the... I have no booze. I'm a lonely hobo. Oh. Alright. Maybe there's booze in here. Check it out. Booze. Oh.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got his job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That, or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
That's awesome! I mean, it's not awesome. Totally not awesome. But, hey, at least it's better than what you had. You're just a voice in my head. So, cheers. Me and my bottle. We're going somewhere. I'm a hobo on the road. And I'm drinking. Hey, that's the thing with me. Huh. Okay, can't go that way. This way? No. This way. Here we go. Ew. Someone spilled some spaghetti on the floor. Must have been.
Hold up, Sport. I spent
Whoa.
so long talking about
What?
you. Why don't we just take a break from that and talk about something else for a
Alright,
change?
go ahead.
Let's see. Well, according to Wikipedia, more than 90% of the night sharks caught off northeastern Brazil contain mercury concentrations higher than that considered safe by the local government. Now,
Wow,
this is
that's
fascinating.
interesting.
Don't you want to know more about the night sharks?
Yeah.
Oh, no, of course not. All you want to hear about is yourself, isn't it?
I
Well,
didn't say
fine.
that.
You haven't listened to me once so far. I can't expect you to turn that around now, can I?
Can I turn it around? Nope, I sure can't. What's down here? No, well, let me go back that second. Oh, here goes my booze again. Shit. Alright.
Is this the end of the line? I don't suppose this was a particularly fulfilling...
What's this?
Wait,
Oh!
hold on. What are you doing?
What's that? What? What?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
Oh, screw you.
How will
Just-
you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that.
Yes, I can. There once was a man who lived in Nebraska or something. Hey, I'm here. Yeah, check that out. What? Someone was watching me? Can't take my suitcase. The doors are closing. Can I go in any of these other rooms now? Run amok! Run amok! Nothing. Next one. Nothing. Nothing. Over here. Let's go this way. Nothing. Oh, I can go either way. Alright, now let's see what he was trying to do. How about that? Oh, well, now let's try the elevator. See if it does anything. If it does something, I'll go to my boss's office, maybe? Nope, not doing anything. Alright. That's alright. Okay, what
It's
just
sad,
happened?
I know. But all stories must come to an end.
Ah.
Of course, they say it's the journey that truly matters and not the destination, and I like that idea. To think we might value the paths we walk as much as the places they lead us. Now, I don't know what sort of story you've ciphered out of that world you've made for yourself, but I hope that being the leading man was everything it's cracked up to be. I know it can be a little hard getting around without someone looking over your shoulder, but this is simply the nature of freedom. Besides, I haven't really gone anywhere. Maybe you don't want a guide, but I think I'll always have a place here at the end of every story. I'll step in and wrap things up with a nice piece of dialogue and a reflection on life that makes sense of whatever path you've chosen to walk. And for now, I'm happy to be the destination instead of the journey. But only for now.
Oh, whoa, that's kind of dark right there. Well, so apparently that was Stanley the Parable. Been in this episode on this one, and I did enjoy y'all's time, and give me a like if you liked it, and or if you didn't, please let me know what I can do to improve my my show going on here, whatever this shindig is. So I will talk to y'all later. Voodoo Fox out.